So hello guys, recently I've been getting a lot of comments from people asking how can they actually create news content, like basically this sort of news content that you see everywhere where people basically add their voiceovers to trending news and actually make money from it at the end of the day. And the truth is, this is one of the best sort of content to actually create if you're a creator out there who doesn't want to show your face or basically wants to stay low-key and make money off the internet. Because with this, it's very simple. You get the materials, you add your voiceover, you export, you upload. It's that simple. And you can even upload up to 5 videos a day with this sort of content, and then you also get a lot of views. Why? Because you are talking about trending problems. So now guys, I believe you can actually see my screen over here. I'll be doing this tutorial on my Android phone, but it doesn't really matter if you're using an iPhone or a laptop. You can just follow by getting the software needed, and you basically follow. Now we'll be using InShot on our laptop, but for those on our smartphone, now for those of you on laptop, I'm not sure InShot is available for PC, so you can do it with any video editor that you have on your PC. So all you need to do first is simply come over to your Play Store and then come over to search, and then search for InShot. It's a video editor. So basically type in InShot, and then here is it, video editor and maker InShot. Now you basically download this video editor. Now if you have CapCut, if you are someone who already have CapCut, you have the premium version of CapCut, no problem, you can also follow it. Everything is the same. If you have any other video editor out there as well, there's totally no problem. Now guys, once you have the video editor ready, the next thing is actually getting this trending news that you want to talk about. Now in order to get this trending news, the first thing you need to do is simply come over to your browser and then head over to where we call Google Trend. Basically type in Google Trend and then open up Google Trend like this. Now Google Trend is basically a free tool that helps you see trending information within your country or wherever country you want to create your content about. Like for example, I'm in Ghana, that's why I can see explore what Ghana is searching for right now. This tool actually tells you what people are searching for right now by looking at YouTube searches, looking at Google search, and across other places on the internet. Now the first thing to do is simply click on this hamburger menu right here, which is these 3 lines you see over here, these 3 horizontal lines. Now next up is basically click on trending now. Now once you click on trending now, it will basically show you things that are trending. You can see now Ghana here currently 12 hours ago, Mother's Day 2025 is trending. Milan versus Bologna, Europa League final, Kyo Fori, Las Palmas versus Rayo, Efua Santewa. Now this is basically the things that are trending in Ghana right now. Like for example, if I should click on that of Mother's Day right now, now you see in the news, meaningful gift to show your mom love on Mother's Day. Now this basically shows you the things that are trending in Ghana right now. Now within here, some of them might be newsworthy, some of them will not be newsworthy. Like for example, take a look at this Kofori that is actually trending. Now once you do it, like the next thing you need to do is simply click on it, says search it. Now once you click on search it, it basically shows you, it basically shows you why he is trending actually. Now basically you can click on this one right now. They say veteran actor Kofori arrested for fraud. Now you see that these are reputable news websites. Now basically what you need to do is simply, when you come over to this news website, you basically read about the news and then you take whatever thing that is here. Like for example, you have this one. Let me just close this off. So for example, you have him right here. Let me just save his image and I'll just come over to download image. So basically, let me say I want to do a video about him in person. Now I'll take that as image. Next up is basically I'll read the whole news, get to understand what the news is about. Then I'll come back to, okay, I've closed it all off. Let me just search him up. That would be better. Now let me just search him up. And then come over here. Now basically come over here, then you save more images, go to other social media platform or get his videos and something. Now once you gather all of this material, then you move straight to the creation aspect. Now for those of you who don't want to create content targeting your local area alone, maybe you don't want to create content targeting the country you are alone, you want to target foreign audience as well, there's no problem. You can come over here to trend, come over to trending right now, and then you see where they say where Ghana is written. I'm currently in Ghana, so it will be in Ghana. Now for those of you outside Ghana, maybe you don't want to search within the country you are, then you basically click on here and then you can basically type in the country. Like for example, if I want to know what is trending in the United States right now, all I need to do is simply type it in here. United States. Now you can even go by all regions or go from region to region. So for example, let me just go for all regions. Now for the past 20, you see over here, now maximum you should go is simply past 7 days. Don't go anything above the past 7 days. Look at the past 7 days to the past 24 hours. So let me just go for past 7 days. Now you can see Pope is trending, US Teacher Appreciation Day, Warriors versus Timberwolves. So basically, let me just click on Pope trending. Now basically, you're going to see so many things about the Pope trending. Who didn't see the Pope trending, or who is not interested in the trend, the Pope's trend. Now let me go for past 24 hour. Cameron Kinsey, I don't even know what it's about. Now you see, now what you need to do here is you can just click on any of these news here, and then to take you to the news outlet directly. Over here, you can basically read about the news, and then you save the medias required for this particular person. Now once you save all of these medias ready, for example, that of Kofori, let me just get more media of him. Kofori images. So okay, this is another image of him. So basically, you just have to save the images. You can see people have already made videos about him already. Let me just say download image. I'm just using it for the tutorial sake. Now here is him. Okay, here is him again. Basically, I will just save it. I won't care about the quality. Now, okay, they are all saving. Now, once you save all of the images or videos that you actually need, now at first the ones you save might not be enough, but there's no big problem. Next off, you basically come over to your InShot. Now once you open up InShot, click on where it says video. Now click on where it says allow all, so that it will have full access to your gallery. Now from here, just add them up, and then add them up like this. Now once you add all of his medias and co, you can follow this startup menu, but I don't need to follow it. I already know about every single thing in that place already. Now once you have it all here like this, maybe you've read the news, you've had an idea about the news and every single thing that's happening and stuff. Now the next thing is basically make sure that your canvas. Now if you want to upload a video on YouTube, I will advise you use 16:9 standard. Set it to 16:9 standard. Now in some cases, if you use it like this, you might not be able to get a full like some pictures like this will have this black background. Now if you don't need a black background, simply click on where it says background, and then come over to background blur. Now in this way, if you come over to these ones, now click on it as well, come over to background, and then you see, so your background will not just be like that, but you can actually blur the background. Now you see there's something in the background, as simple. Now the next thing is simply, now I believe you've read the news, you've digested whatever thing in the news. Now it's time for you to add your voice over. Now in order to do this, you click on where it says audio. Now you click on where it says record. Now while using this app, okay, now it's basically, you can cancel this countdown or just let it be there. Now once you count from 3, 2, 1, now you can basically start doing your talking and nothing else. You can also start talking whatever thing that you feel like about the news, so forth and so on. Now once you get to the end, you can then stop it. Now in some cases, maybe you are talking and then you see that what, it has gotten to the end, but that is not where you actually want to end. Now in this sort of situation, what you need to do is simply click on the images, maybe click on the images, and then just adjust them. Now you see, you can adjust this one to as long as you want, and then you continue your talk. Now you see your audio ended way back here. Now you can just bring it over here and then continue your recording again. Now you can start talking from where you stopped, whether because the media ended or something. And once you are done talking, and then maybe the media has an audio you want to play for your people to hear as well, it's simple. You pause it and then you let that one continue playing. So guys, this is basically how this actually works. Now for those of you who are afraid of either getting copyrighted or having any sort of issue with this sort of content, now here's the advice I have for you. Whatever news that you want to talk about, make sure the news is coming from a reputable website or a reputable news outlet. Yes, you heard me right. This news shouldn't be coming from any random place. Make sure it's coming from a very reputable place that is well known. Now, once you take the news from them, make sure that whilst you are talking, make sure you state it clearly that according to. So make sure if you take it from Ghana Web, make sure you say according to what I read on Ghana Web today. Now, when you are doing it, make sure you also take a screenshot of the website that you actually get that information from. Now, maybe you did not get it from a website, you got it from any of this, maybe Insta blog, those trending IG or in Twitter news handles. make sure that you also have an evidence of taking it from that. It could be a screenshot or a little screen recording from that particular profile to state that that is where you got the information from. In this way, in case whatever news that you talk about came out false, you can't be arrested. So when they come for you, you can basically say, well, you are not the person who saw this news on so and so handle, then you show the handle as evidence, then you are freed. Now the problem goes to whosoever have that. And basically, once they see it in your video that you took the news from here, or you stated it that according to this source, now they basically know that that source was where you got your information from, so you have no problem. But basically, one thing I'll tell you is that make sure you verify every news before you talk about it. Don't go talking negative about people just to cause commotion and gain attention. We all know that social media love attention. Most social media creators focus on attention more than money, or more than the value they will build up for themselves. And I don't want you to be one of that, because chasing attention can also send you from attention to station. You know the kind of station I mean. So if you don't want to go from chasing attention to station, then I advise you to make sure you create on only verified news that you are very sure of that this thing happened. And in case you don't know how to verify, then you go with my other method by having an evidence that this is where you took it from, and make sure that evidence appears in your video as well. So guys, this is basically how you get to create this sort of news reaction and also make money. Simple. You save these ones. Now with these ones, you have no problem with copyright issue. If you want to remove this InShot watermark, click on the X here and then click on where it says remove. Next up, you can click over here to export, allow. Now basically, let me just do a very short exporting. Now I want to export it at low quality so that it will export really fast. Now this one, it will export really fast. So basically, so that I will show you that these things actually get exported. Now going. So basically guys, if you find yourself in this niche, it's very simple to do all of this. Now here is it. Now you can just click on it to watch it. You see, I did not remove the watermark, but in case you want to remove the watermark, it's very simple. You click over here, you click on free remove, and there is go. I don't want to watch any ad, that's why I'm not clicking on it. So guys, this is all I have for you, and hope you find this video helpful as well. Now I've given you everything, how you can do this sort of content and what to do in order to avoid any problem. So see you in my next video. Bye.